Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Week 6 of the Prep NFL podcast. I'm Jack McGroarty here with Tommy Repici and Liam Pierson, and another great week of football. We had Week 6, moving on to Week 7, and there was a lot of upsets, a lot of I think season-defining games for some teams, but anyone wants to kick it off?
Yeah, I'll start us off with Thursday Night Football. Eagles play the Giants. I said the Eagles were going to blow them out, and I was
So did I.
pretty confident too. And the Eagles looked horrible. Offense looked bad, defense looked bad, and the Giants looked really good. Cam Scatterbo and Jackson Dart both had great games.
Defense looked horrible.
Yeah, I think the offense of the Eagles was just, like you said, it was just not very good. Your best receiver was Dallas Goedert. I feel like, he's not like the.
That's been a common trend throughout the whole year, though.
Yeah, but I feel like A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith should have been like taking on bigger roles in all these games, but I feel like they've just been bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, still, play calling isn't necessarily what it should be, but I think they need to get Saquon involved more for sure, though. With the talent that you have on the offensive line, even though they haven't been playing great, there's really no reason why Saquon can't be, rushing for 80, 90 yards a game, you know?
And then you see he only had 12 carries, and Jalen Hurts had 7. I mean,
that's the issue.
I feel like that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Hurts had not a bad game.
I don't even think that he played bad.
He didn't play bad at all.
He had his first turnover of the year, but that's it. He had 283 yards in the air and a touchdown, which is really the only bright side for the Eagles on offense.
Yep. Play calling's definitely, and we've talked about it. It's been the issue so far this year, and it was much of the same this week. Going into this week, they have the Vikings, which again I think is a must-win now.
Yeah.
I think you need to focus on getting Barkley, 18 carries.
Or 20-plus carries, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's someone last year who had 20 carries a game, maybe even 25 carries a game. And he's just had 7 carries and then now 12. It's just, kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, because look at the games that, our offense played well in. It's games where AJ's been involved, Devontae's been involved, Saquon hasn't been horrible. And that's really the difference. That I mean, on the other hand, though, we aren't even talking about how bad the Eagles' defense played.
Yeah, that was one of the worst.
You're getting absolutely torn
games
up.
they played on defense since probably the Buccaneers game last season.
Yeah, year and a half ago.
Yeah, about a year and a half ago. That's definitely. I think they had a worse defensive performance than that.
Yeah, Cam Scatterbo completely tore your defense apart, or not your, but
Yeah, the defensive line just, couldn't get any penetration, couldn't get anything going. Dart was, sitting back, firing to the corners, and they were honestly running all the, we couldn't even make a tackle.
And I know I'm an Eagles fan too, and they're on the Giants, but Cam Scatterbo and Jackson Dart may be my two favorite, my favorite duo in the league right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fun to watch, even though they're on the Giants.
Yeah, and the Giants, like we've said, they have a good future, especially with, Scatterbo, Dart, some of their pieces on defense. Yeah.
Yeah, a game I wanted to go to next was the Falcons and the Bills. Another upset. Bills fall their second consecutive game. I mean,
back-to-back weeks, Eagles and the Bills have lost pretty bad games.
Yeah, I mean, all I gotta say is Bijan and Drake London look like a legitimate duo right now. I mean, they both played incredible.
Yeah, I actually really like this Falcons team.
You keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, I've liked Penix since he came out, and then they have London, like you said, who I think is a top 7 wide receiver in the NFL. Bijan's top 3 running back. They have pieces all around because Kyle Pitts has been better than normal this year too.
I was gonna say Penix had he had a slower start to the year, and as the years went on, he's been progressively better.
Yeah.
In my eyes, and like you said, they have a lot of weapons on offense right now. I mean, they have one of the best backup running backs in the league.
Tyler
Algier. I mean, he's been very good as he's been the power inside back for the team.
Yeah.
And he's been playing very well.
And I think teams have been thriving with the 2 running backs too, in the NFL. Like we've seen for the past few years, Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, that's one of the best backfields in the league. And then now Bijan Robinson and Algier doing it, and then Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet are doing it, and I think it's working in the league really well compared to just having one back, like switching it up and doing two different backs.
Yeah, I agree. You know, and you look at that NFC South right now. Obviously, the Bucks are one of, if not the best team in football right now. But besides that, you know, you have the Saints who aren't good. Panthers have been playing better, but
Yeah.
I still wouldn't necessarily put them in playoff contention.
Yeah, the Panthers. Onto that game, I feel like they had a pretty good. I think they had a very good outing.
Yeah,
I mean, back-to-back.
I love that game out of
Rico
them.
Dowdle. Wow. I mean, he has just been stellar for the Panthers since Chuba Hubbard was injured.
And Bryce Young was good too. 199
Bryce Young,
yards, 3
yeah.
touchdowns, only one pick.
Yeah. I think it's like 475 yards, like the scrimmage yards from the last two games for Rico Dowdle. So that makes me think, like, who do you guys think is going to be the RB1 moving forward for the Carolina offense?
I think it should be Dowdle.
I
'Cause
think
he's
it's
just
got to
been-
be Dowdle too.
He's just playing. He's been playing
Yeah.
so good,
Yeah.
and until he messes up, you can't even get Chuba Hubbard a
Yeah,
shot.
I mean,
Yeah.
Chuba
No
Hubbard. I don't remember the last time he had like a game like Rico Dowdle's had the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's
So-
been average or below average his whole career, and I just think he was really hyped up this year
Yeah.
because Miles Sanders was out of that backfield, and he just was. He wasn't performing in the beginning of the year.
And from the Cowboys' point of view, it's kind of the same narrative that they've been dealing with for the past 3 or 4 seasons now, that the defense is just horrible.
Yeah.
Like, this is a Bryce Young who was kind of getting torn apart by NFL defenses in pretty much every game he's played in the NFL.
Yeah.
And, you know, they did have that one pick, but he looked really comfortable. Dave Canales looked comfortable in the play scheme. And I think it was just a great... I think it was a better performance from the Panthers than it was a bad performance from the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, the offense for the Cowboys didn't look terrible. I mean, Dak had a good game.
You know, Dak's good.
Yeah.
Pickens has been incredible since CeeDee Lamb was injured. I mean, he went for like 170 yards, I want to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And even Javonte Williams has
Yeah,
been pretty
this whole
solid.
the
Yeah,
whole
I mean-
offense for the Cowboys, I think, is one of the they've just been playing so well with Dak, Williams, Pickens, Ferguson, and now Lamb coming back. Then they have a dangerous offense, and if they just had a better defense, I think they could be a real contender in the NFC.
Yeah,
At 2-3-1 though.
Yeah, I mean, I said last podcast I thought the Cowboys would be like a contention for the NFC East with the Eagles, but now I'm looking at this and like if their defense doesn't step up, I don't know if my point will stand. So,
Yeah, no, I mean, from my point of view, and I'm also a biased Eagles fan, I still think the Eagles are gonna walk away. Like I'm literally not worried about the Eagles whatsoever. I don't really know how, but because you even look at the Commanders who lost again this week to the Bears, and the Bears aren't even that bad of a team, but these are games that and a Super Bowl caliber team and NFC Championship caliber team wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't lose to the Bears, I believe, at home, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Bears have been relatively impressive to me.
I agree.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
One guy I wanted to talk about on the Bears. I mean, he didn't have like an insane eye-popping game, but I think Luther Burden's becoming more and more comfortable in this Bears offense. Towards the beginning of the year, he didn't really get any like action, and like as the weeks have went on, he's been getting more and more like playing time.
Yeah, I
And now
really liked him
he
in
went for
college.
he was awesome in college, and now he caught the most passes on the team this week, and I'm excited to see like how he continues to progress in this offense with like.
They have some pieces,
Yeah.
Romo Dunze, DJ Moore, Luther Burden, DeAndre Swift, Roshan Johnson. Their offense is young, and if Caleb Williams continues to progress and keep playing how he's playing, this is a team that certainly could be in contention for the NFC North this year, and especially going forward with how young this core is.
Yeah, like you said, their offense is super young. I mean, Caleb Williams, Luther Burden, Romo Dunze, Colston Loveland, like all those guys are like young guys like who are progressing well, and I think they're a very promising offense in the future.
Yeah. I know we talked about it last week, and I definitely wanted to talk about it this week. All of us, were excited to see what Dylan Gabriel would do against the Steelers, and it didn't look great.
He threw 52 pass attempts,
Yeah.
and not a single guy caught for over 100 yards.
Jeez.
And I thought that was
52 pass attempps is literally crazy.
Yeah,
like
221 yards, no touchdowns, no
yeah.
receptions.
I think
but still.
I know this. I mean, I'm a little biased towards Shador. I think he's really good. I just think they should give him a chance.
Yeah, this just didn't look good at
I mean,
all.
yeah, I mean they didn't score a touchdown, and they have the pieces. Like we've seen it out of their guys, like Judkins, Fannin,
Yeah,
Judy, and
Fannin looks
Njoku.
good.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm
Yeah.
saying like they looked good. They have the pieces. They just need like a general at QB, and
Dude.
I think Shador has those qualities.
Yeah, like sure he didn't turn the ball over, but he just didn't do anything good
Do you think they should have moved on from Flacco?
earlier.
No, like do you think they should at all? Like, do you think Flacco should still be
Oh.
the quarterback for the
No.
Browns for this year?
I
No.
think I think they're trying to pave way for their young quarterbacks. Is what I think they should do.
There's no point in keeping Flacco because
Yeah.
you know you're not contending.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Flacco is one of those guys like it's just like he's like a temporary quarterback to try and make your offense like a good like now
Yeah.
like now I think they're in the spot where like they know they're probably not gonna make the playoffs. They're not that great of a team, and I think they're just trying to like rebuild right now. And I think
Yeah.
that's the best decision they could have made.
They want to get Dylan Gabriel reps,
Mhm.
but I really hope that you do see him get a chance soon. Because when you have Dylan Gabriel going out there throwing 52 pass attempts, like why is Shador not coming in for a quarter at that point? And I think we talked about it.
Yeah.
Why aren't you going a half and a half or something?
Yeah.
To that extent, because to me it just didn't look like he was comfortable. It didn't look like he had the pocket presence.
Yeah, it's I'm so surprised at the fact that he threw 52 and threw under 250 yards, and not a single guy on their team caught more than 100.
I don't think there was a. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if there was a pass over 15 yards too.
I think there was one guy with like a 20
Through the air?
Yeah. Through the air. Then I don't think so.
I think it was like max 10 yards through the air, maybe.
That could be true. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
long story short, they need to figure it out.
Yeah, no, I agree. One more game before we move in to this upcoming week. It was our game of the week. All three of us picked the Bucks. We were right, but definitely want to talk about it because Liam was pretty adamant about the Buccaneers' defense.
Yeah, and I am so happy I was correct.
He was right.
Yeah, I mean, the Buccaneers' defense, like, I was saying they're one of the most complete teams in the NFL, and obviously they don't have, like, that many eye-popping guys on defense, but, like, you look against a team like the 49ers, I mean, obviously they don't have all their pieces, but the Buccaneers' defense played really, really well.
Yeah.
And they, like, everyone's been saying, like, Buccaneers are, like, an offense-heavy team, and, like, they still kind of are, but, like, their defense holds their own.
Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah, you keep going.
you sure?
I was gonna go to the offense. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Defense.
You can go ahead, Tom.
All right. So for the Buccaneers offense too, I mean, Baker Mayfield has none of his players at all now. Like Evans is out, Godwin's out, now Ibuka's out.
Yeah.
And you saw at the end of that game,
They always
like,
have such good depth.
he was going to Tez Johnson or the other Johnson
Yeah,
or Shepard, and they still scored 30 points. So
Yeah.
I think it just shows how big of a winner Mayfield is.
Yeah, I said this last week as well. They have so much depth on offense. Like Rashad White he's looked like a pure RB1 with Bucky out. Like obviously, when Bucky comes back, they're still going to be on like an 80-20 split. But Rashad White has proved like he can hold his own on an offense like this. And then receiving wise, I mean, no Mike Evans, no Godwin, no Amika Egbuka.
And he still gets it done.
Yeah.
And then you see a guy like Cameron Johnson, the rookie, stepping up with 64 yards and a touchdown, which was awesome.
Yeah, two rookies because as Tommy said, Tez Johnson came in there like 45-yarder.
Yeah, he had that one he had one catch, and that was an awesome
I'll
play.
tell you right now, I picked not Cameron Johnson, but I picked Tez up this week in our fantasy.
Mhm.
I absolutely love both of these wide receivers.
I
know-
think,
Yeah, like Tez coming out of Oregon, Cameron Johnston. I forget where he went.
I think he was.
He's a second year, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I saw. It said Barton right there. I've never
Barton?
heard of it, but
This is high school.
no, it's college.
Barton.
Barton College.
Yeah,
Right.
I was gonna say, I never heard of him up until the draft,
Yeah.
but both of them I really like, and Evans is older now, probably in his last 2 seasons. Godwin's isn't old, but he's getting up there.
He has
and he's
injury
losing-
problems,
Yeah,
yeah.
he definitely does. So you look at a core in a few years of Egbuka, Cameron Johnston, Tez Johnson, and it looks very promising.
One last thing I wanted to say. Did you guys see the interception that Jamel Dean had? And
Yeah.
I thought that was an awesome play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Buccaneers I think there's better defenses obviously, but like I said before, I think they can hold their own on defense.
Yeah, I think they contained Mac Jones well for
Definitely. I mean, Mac Jones isn't like that big
especially
of a
what he's done
talent.
this year. Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of a pocket guy. Like he's not really a big runner. So if you just pressure him in the pocket, like there's not much more he can do.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think is the better option for the 49ers? Purdy or Mac Jones? Because it's not like Mac Jones hasn't been playing bad, and he's been winning games.
He had a good week last week.
Yeah.
He
He played good in the beginning of this game too against the Buccaneers.
I mean, I would just look at. I think Purdy's the last couple seasons. I mean, he had. I think his best season was probably his 2022 season, like when he was like
his rookie year.
Yeah, I mean, like he had a really good season. Like nobody expected him because he was Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
But now we're coming this year. I feel like he's gotten progressively worse. So that's actually a good question. I'm actually not sure who they'll play from moving forward, but
I would like to see them give Mac
more
a chance
snaps.
because I really don't like Purdy. I think that he was a system quarterback from the start, and
100%.
maybe that's why Mac is looking as good as he is because this system is great. But Purdy didn't have a good. He was hurt, but the Niners didn't have a great year last year. So it'll be very interesting to see what they do. I think didn't they just extend Purdy? I want to say 2 years ago, not a year ago.
Maybe I think it was last year.
Yeah,
that they did.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like he will be leaving anytime soon.
And with what you said with the system quarterback and Brock Purdy, I would agree with you because you have to see the weapons he had. Like that was George Kittle. Like when he was he's probably the best in the league, if not or the second best. Brandon Ayuk had one of his best seasons. He caught for over 1,000 yards. Deebo Samuel's still on the squad.
Christian
McCaffrey. Like it was either his first or second season there with the 49ers. And he had all the weapons, and now I feel like when his offense is like dying down a little bit in both in the receiving component, we see his stats declining. So
Yeah, definitely. One more big point too. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs had a pretty, it's early, but you could say season-saving win at home against.
Yeah, they really
the
needed
Lions.
that.
And he looked good for the first time this year.
Yeah, I mean,
257 yards, 3 touchdowns, only 8 incompletions at 30. And Goff looked good too, but they just couldn't stop him.
Yeah. Travis Kelce had his first big game in a while.
Yeah.
It's not even that big of a game, but 6 receptions, 78 yards. It's pretty good for a tight end.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And especially with his age. I mean, he's been getting old, and so they'll think he's operating at this rate at his age. I think it's super impressive.
Yeah, and I want to say, Shaheed is back this week. Or is it next week?
Rashee Rice.
Yeah.
Rashee Rice is back this week. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's Patrick Mahomes' main target.
Yeah, exactly.
And with him back and Mahomes I think
Worthy was back this week.
Yeah, Mahomes. I think he's hot right now. I mean, I don't think this is his only good week. I think he's had other good weeks. It's just like he just hasn't had the options. Now with his options back and this super morale boosting win, I think they could definitely make the playoffs.
Yeah, and
definitely.
The Chiefs were 1-3. What, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
they were 1-3 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now 2 wins, sitting 3-3 with Rashee Rice's return. Patrick Mahomes, wide receiver 1. They're gonna make a playoff push, I think.
Yeah.
Make the playoffs. I'll be surprised if they don't. Especially they have the Raiders coming up. Then the Commanders are good.
Yeah, the Raiders
they have a
are
hard
horrible.
schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Just like we said last week, it's hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes, and it's very, it's just hard to bet against him, knowing what he's done in the NFL so far.
Yeah, I think we all said this last week. You can never bet against Patrick Mahomes, like you just said. I've doubted him so many times, and he's just continued to prove me wrong. And especially with the targets he had this week, because he had Juju Smith-Schuster and Hollywood Brown, 2 guys that are mediocre.
And this is a Lions defense too that has been great.
Yeah, I mean they've been amazing.
Yeah, they've looked really good. So the fact that they were kind of able to steamroll him, the whole game was impressive for an offense that hasn't done much.
Yeah.
And then this loss for the Lions makes me think, what in the NFC? There's only one real team in the NFC, that's good, and that's the Buccaneers, who lost to the Eagles. So I think the NFC is wide open for anyone right
definitely.
now. Yeah. Compared to actually, so is the AFC. I think.
I think both. Yeah, no, because in
There's
my opinion,
teams.
there's no distinct. This is the best team in football right now. Because you look at the Bucs, lost to the Eagles at home by double digits.
Yeah, and you see the Eagles, they lose to.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
This is a weird year. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are they look. I mean, look at the Bills and the Eagles.
A lot of parity.
And then they lose to teams that they should obviously beat, and you sit here are they really the best team in football, or are there other teams that are pushing for that? So.
Yeah. So moving into tonight, though, Week 7 of the NFL starts tonight with Steelers, Bengals. Picks. Anything you want to point out?
I think this is first I want to say I think I saw online the combined age for the quarterbacks is like 81 or 82.
Yeah,
Which
Rodgers
is insane with Rodgers and Flacco.
Yeah, that's funny.
I feel like this is a must-win for the Steelers. Also a must-win for the Bengals too, but I think the Steelers should be able to pull away with this one pretty easily.
Yeah.
And I think the Steelers defense is going to shut down Flacco and Jamar Chase.
One thing I wanted to ask you, why do you think it's a must-win for the Steelers? I mean, they're sitting 4-1 in top of their division right now.
That's a great question.
I think they just have to keep winning. They have a hard schedule. I don't know how long.
I don't know. There's kind of
long
not
Aaron
anyone
Rodgers
competing
can
with
keep
them
up.
in that division.
And I'll say,
though.
I think they've had a really easy schedule to start off.
Definitely.
For
You look at who they beat. The Jets.
Yeah, I know the Jets.
The Browns.
Being a Jets fan's so hard, dude.
The Jets, the Browns. I want to say they
the
beat.
Patriots and the Vikings.
Yeah,
And the Vikings aren't good.
Yeah, the
Lost
Steelers,
to
the
Seahawks.
Steelers have a relatively easy schedule, and I mean their offense isn't.
DK's been tearing up.
He's been great, but like other than DK, you look at like Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell, Calvin Austin, Jonnu Smith, Pat Freiermuth, and all these guys. Like they don't have like other than DK, they don't have like a guy they can rely on, to be honest.
Yeah.
So like I don't see them as like one of the best teams in the NFL by the end of the year. I mean, record wise, it tells us that, but I don't think they really are.
And also, I've said it was a must-win game because they lose this game, they have to go play the Packers, who are a good team. Then they go play the Colts, and then they go to LA to play the Chargers. So they can very well be sitting 4-4 by the end of this.
Yeah, no.
Or 4-5 even if they lose today.
The Steelers.
The Steelers.
Yeah, and but just like I said, you know, they really don't have that much competition in the AFC North, so there's definitely some room for error for sure. Yeah. Another London game this week too, Rams and Jaguars.
Yeah.
I feel like
this is my game of the week. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this is. I mean, there's Bucks Lions, but I think this game is a real teller for like how good a 4-2 team both these teams are. Because I've said. I don't think the Jaguars. I didn't think the Jaguars. They're a good team, but I said they were either them or the 49ers were the worst 4-1 team, and then they just went and lost. But both these teams have. I feel like they have something to prove. Like we'll see how good are they. How really good are these teams?
Because I feel like their two losses both come against good teams. Mm-hmm. Two quarterbacks that have played well. Yeah. But you don't really know if that's a product of the defenses they're playing or so it'll be a good test because both of these defenses have been pretty good too. It is our game of the week, and our game of the week picks. Yeah. Me and Liam 1-1, Tommy 1-0. But this is definitely maybe not the biggest game this week, but I think it'll tell us the most about both of these teams.
I'm gonna take the Rams personally because the Jaguars confused me a lot. I mean, they went and beat the Chiefs, who are I think they have a really solid defense, but then they go and play the Seahawks and get shut down. So I don't really. I see the Rams even with no Puka Nacua. I think Devontae Adams is going to step up. I think they'll win.
I'm gonna go with the Jaguars. It is a London game. Jaguars win in London. Yeah. And I feel like they just came off a bad loss against the Seahawks. Offense wasn't doing good. I think they're going to be firing all cylinders on offense. I think it's going to be a big win for the Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Tommy here too. I'm also going to take the Jaguars. Just like he said, it's London. Jaguars love London. And I love the way that Trevor Lawrence has played this year. Because even last week...
Brian Thomas played really good last week too.
Exactly. And they only put up 12 points against a solid Seahawks defense. But, Trevor Lawrence didn't turn the ball over. 280 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I think this is the Trevor Lawrence, the pure pocket passer, that we were kind of waiting to see in the NFL for these past 4 years. And, especially with Brian Thomas playing better, ETN, they have the pieces on offense to do something here. And I think they'll get it done against the Rams team. It's been a little inconsistent for me.
One thing I wanted to add about the Jaguars, so it might be a little off topic. They had 2 touchdowns, but they only had 12 points. Did they go for 2 twice, or they missed the PAT?
I think they missed and then
and then they went for 2.
Yeah, because I remember seeing the Brian Thomas touchdown, and then some other guy who was he was on the Broncos before. I forget his name. I think it was Tim Patrick. He had a touchdown, but I didn't. Is that like a problem for them? Like their kicker, is he any good or no?
Didn't he hit like a 72?
Oh, it's Cam
It's
Little,
Cam
yeah.
Little.
Yeah.
I mean, oh yeah, no, it was his first miss of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Another game I want to talk about, which I don't know if you guys saw it or not, Colts at Chargers.
Yeah. That'd be
I think
big.
this is also a really big game for Daniel Jones and Justin Herbert too. It's really the Colts' first big game, you'd say, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
wouldn't say that's crazy to say.
the Chargers are a good team too. Like they have a solid defense. And I wonder how good Daniel Jones is going to do on the road in LA.
Yeah, because when you really look at who the Colts beat, yeah, they've done it in dominant fashion. 1-point win against the Broncos. Broncos look good. You know, they beat the Titans. Lost to the Rams. Destroyed the Raiders. Raiders suck. And then beat the Cardinals.
They've had a super easy schedule, other than like the Rams, and then they lost.
But then, even what I was just about to say with the Rams are kind of like, because that's their only good win. Their other wins are Texans, Titans, and, because they lost to the Eagles, they lost to, who's the other team the Rams lost to?
The Rams, I forget.
The Niners,
Oh, the
yeah.
Niners,
And then you look at their wins, it's Ravens, Titans, Texans.
Yeah.
So I think this makes you think, like, both for like the Rams and the Colts, like, how good are they?
Yeah.
Like that's why I said
Exactly
like,
what
it's
we're
like
saying,
a game with for the Jaguars and the Rams, like how actually good are these teams? Like does this record really reflect how good they are? Same thing with the Colts. Like is Daniel Jones having like a Sam Darnold last season? Like Sam Darnold made the Pro Bowl last year out of nowhere after being on like teams and just playing awful. And then with Jonathan Taylor being incredible, and then like Tyler Warren, it makes you think like I think personally they're a great team, but I think other people might be opposed because they played super easy squads. But I think this week is like another week that'll help us see.
I mean, you can look at any team in the NFL. Like I'll look at the Chargers for example. They beat the Broncos, which is a big win, but then they also lost to the Giants, lost to the Commanders. You look at the Eagles, beat the Buccaneers, but then lost to the Giants, and then lost to the Broncos. Like I think every team's just so close to each other in skill level right now.
Are those the Giants only 2 wins against those 2 big teams?
Yeah.
That's odd.
Also, Dart's. This was only Dart's second start.
What is Dart? 2-1 or 2-2?
No, he is
1-1.
I think
He's won 2, lost 1. I think it was.
Yeah,
They lost. I know they lost to the Saints.
Actually, I can look.
Oh
real quick.
yeah.
Those are
He
the
lost to the
Saints.
Saints.
He's 2-1.
Yeah.
And he played against the Chargers too.
So.
One final game I want to highlight. Going into this week, we just started talking about it. Giants Broncos, and you know this is a Giants team that I think is better than the record, and I think it's going to be a really fun matchup. You know, Broncos, Bo Nix, young quarterback, a lot of potential, right along there with Jackson Dart, Scadaboo. I think it's going to be a very offensive game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean the Giants. They're a super promising team. I've said this over and over again. They have so many young weapons this year, and they're definitely an offense-heavy team right now. And same with I think the Broncos. I think they're double-sided. I think they have a really great defense and a good offense.
Yeah, they have.
So in my opinion, I don't know if the Giants are going to pull this one out, but I think it will definitely be more of an offensive matchup.
I think the Broncos have one of the top defenses in the NFL. When you look at it,
That's crazy. So.
Yeah, I mean Nick Bonino has been insane. I think he leads the league in sacks right now.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's super good, and like a guy like that against an offensive line who's okay. Yeah, it's not like terrible, but it's not like you don't see like wow they're good.
It's gonna be interesting to see what Scadaboo can do because
Yeah.
if Scadaboo gets shut down, Dart won't be able to kind of get going and run those RPOs, get to the edges, fire the ball over the middle, kind of run all over a defense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you see Scadaboo getting shut down though? I mean, he's such a hard runner, and I don't just see him getting shut down. Like with how he's been playing, I don't see him getting shut down at all.
I think he could.
I could see him getting 4 or 5 yards on first down and then making it really easy for him.
He's like I think he's definitely like one of the.
He isn't explosive enough to be.
I think he's one of the top 3 like best power backs in the NFL right now.
Oh yeah, but I just don't know if he has the explosiveness to week in and week out be a great. Because who are the like yeah, it's fun right now, but who are the great NFL running backs that don't have any explosiveness?
I mean, there's a guy. I mean, I think you take like, I mean, explosiveness wise, I think would you say Derrick Henry like
No,
before this season, or would you like?
Yeah.
Like
I'd say
he's not known for his speed, but like he's just like a freight train. Like you can't stop him
But
when he's moving.
Scatterby was literally slow.
Yeah, like Scatterby is slow. Like you saw his 40 time. That's why he dropped in the draft. Like he was slow. Same. So you see that, and he relies straight on power, but he's so powerful.
Yeah.
That's what makes him like good. So it makes you think like a defense like this, how well will he perform?
Yeah, definitely, especially with their defensive line, like we just said.
One thing I want to close with this week. Who do you think is the rookie of the year now? Because Ibuka's hurt. Scatterbo's been playing really good.
Well,
so I think it's really in between those two right now.
Ibuka,
I'm going
isn't
Ibuka.
hurt for their year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He'll be out for a few weeks,
Is there a
though.
minimum? Is there a minimum amount of games you have to play?
No.
Then
I don't think so.
it depends how good other rookies play. But
Like-
for now, I'll still stay with Ibuka.
Ibuka, I think Ibuka's the safe choice. I think if Dart keeps playing how he's playing, it'll go to Dart.
Yeah. What about? I think Judkins, if he continues to play how I mean.
No.
Yeah, no, he didn't have a good
I
start.
think
to the season.
Scatterbo's better than Judkins. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Adabo
sure.
wins it before
Yeah,
Judkins
definitely
does.
Ibuka.
But that is going to do it for us on week 6 of the Prep NFL podcast. And headed into week 7 tonight, like we said, Steelers, Bengals, a lot of big games this week. Find out who, if some of these teams are legit or not. But thank you for joining us. I'm Jack McGroarty here with Tommy Repici and Liam Pierson, and we will see you next week.